how has your body changed with that shift? That's a huge shift.
It really is.
Yeah,
it really
and
is.
over like how long was that shift?
I mean, it definitely took me at least a couple of years to like fully heal, because I think, when you've like an eating disorder takes time to really kind of get over and work through. And I think when you've been damaging your body for such a long time, and also you need to work on your mental health and getting back to that, it just takes time. And I didn't have like a mentor or anything, so I didn't have anyone who could help me or coach me or anything like that. So it was more my own journey at that time.
Wow. And can you tell me a bit more about what's the link between, you said, gut health and then having that eating disorder, and how did plant-based help fix that?
Right.
Like, where's the link between that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the link there is this thing called the gut-brain axis, which is about the connection between the gut and the brain. So the brain and the gut is actually communicating via a nerve. So it is actually interlinked. So when your gut is unhappy, it will affect your mental health, and also the other way around. That's usually why, when people feel, if you're feeling stressed or if you're feeling worried, that you'll feel it in your gut. It might be for different reason. You might feel bloated, constipated, have diarrhea, whatever it is, but there is this reaction that is happening. And I think especially also now during this COVID-19, a lot of people are feeling more worry and stress and things like that. And I also hear a lot of people feeling like, they're getting more digestive issues as well. So that's the connection, and how plant-based foods come in there. So in the gut, I mean, we have both healthy, like good bacteria and bad bacteria, which is fine, but we want the good bacteria to thrive. And the good bacteria, they feed on fiber. And fiber can only be found in plant-based foods. There is no fiber in dairy or in meat, anything like that. So only in plant-based foods. So in order to keep the healthy bacteria strong and to heal your gut, you need to eat plant-based foods. That's just like a fact, because you need the fiber that is in plant-based foods. So that's, when you're starting to heal your gut that way, you're also letting your mind and your brain know that, things are good. So that's why also healing your gut can help with anxiety, even depression, stress, and so on.
Okay. And I'm going to ask a really dumb question. So is it the bacteria in the gut that's talking to your brain, or is it the gut muscle that's talking to your brain, or like what is it in the gut that's making that talk?
Right. So it is in our gut, we have a lot of nerves. So the gut is also known as the second brain. So they actually communicate that way. So it's via the nerves like that we have in the gut that communicate up, and through a nerve as well that goes up to the brain.
And where is our gut?
So the gut is it's we can say that it's the small and the large intestine that kind of creates the gut or the tummy. So we have both the large intestine and a small intestine as well.
So it's not the stomach.
You can say, when people say the stomach, it is, in this area, but, talking about the gut and digestive system, it's all about the small and the large intestine.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
And okay, now I can see why you meant that fiber is important then, because it's about the intestines.
Exactly.
Wow. And then, oh, no wonder. So that's why you mentioned that once you go plant-based, because now it physically it feels better. There's nothing clogging it up or hurting it. So you physically also feel better when you put more fiber in there.
Exactly.
Ah, okay. This all makes sense now.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, it asked the same question again.
It wants to ask me the same.
I know it's been very naughty today. Okay, I'm just gonna ask you.
Okay. They just want me to answer the same again.
I know. So can you tell me a bit more about like why did you decide to look into the gut topic then? Because there's so many things to explore in terms of being healthy. What made
Right.
you so passionate about the gut?
Yeah, good question. So I think it's a combination of things. First of all, I'm just very fascinated about the gut health, especially that link between the gut and the brain, and just how much power it has to, if you heal your gut, you can actually heal a lot of, mental issues, because anxiety and things like that can also come from the gut. And I know especially today in our society, there's more anxiety, there's more stress, and so on going on. So there's so much power in healing your gut as well. And I think also based on my own experience as well, like I was developing a lot of gut issues, and when I started the yoga, also meditation, and shifting over to eating more plant-based, that's when I healed my own gut. So that's also when I understood and could feel like, oh, this is working. And when I healed my gut, I also got more energy, felt more vibrant, all these kind of, it changes your entire well-being. So that's also when I understood that, the key to just overall health and well-being is in the gut.
Mm-hmm. And then does what type of plant-based food you eat also has any effect on healing the gut? Like, because there's been a lot of talk about, like, for example, juicing or raw food, raw plant-based food, or the whole food plant-based. Because like, just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're healthy, because there's a lot of vegan junk food out there today.
Yes. Yeah,
So
totally.
what's your view on those?
Yeah, when I talk about plant-based, I talk about like whole food plant-based. So eating, as little, less like processed foods as you possibly can, because as you said, there are also vegan plant-based foods that are processed. I mean, even oil is processed. So at least trying to keep that to a minimum, but eating whole foods, so minimally processed foods. And that's also why I say with juicing and things like that, I'm not a big fan of juicing. Obviously, it depends on your situation. You might need it as a detox or whatever it is. But when you're juicing, you're actually removing all of the fiber. So, in that sense, it's not really doing anything for the gut. So again, that's why I'm always very encouraging of eating whole foods and eating as many different kinds of plant-based foods as you can. So different types and different textures, different colors. That's really what's best for your gut.
Mm-hmm. And so if you were to recommend what a gut healthy day looks like for breakfast or snacks and lunch and dinner, what would that look like in a really simple way?
Yeah, I mean, I even if I've been doing this for a long time, I keep it very simple myself. So, I mean, what a day looks like for me. So, like a breakfast is usually overnight oats, which is just like oats and chia seeds, put in some plant-based milk overnight. So very easy to prepare as well. And that has a lot of fiber and other goodness in it. And then I usually put some frozen berries on top of there, maybe some peanut butter, almond butter, and that's a pretty solid, easy breakfast. And for lunch, it can be the curry that I talked about. It might just be something very simple like toast with some avocado. Or it could be like a veggie bowl with just different things, sweet potatoes, some quinoa, brown rice, just mixing, whatever veggies that I have at home, but trying to, focus on keeping that variety in things. Dinner, it can be everything. I love, and again, I talked about very hearty food, but I can make a vegan mac and cheese with, broccoli, tomatoes, just to put in some veggies in there as well. Or I might just make, if I don't have that much time, sometimes I just make a smoothie bowl. So then I might mix some banana with spinach, some berries, and just put some granola and other things on top. So that's also a very easy thing. It takes, 5 minutes to prepare.
Wow. And what do you snack on then?
I'm a big snacker, so I definitely have snacks. Either it's just like fruit. It can be anything like kiwi fruit, something I really love. I love dates, so that's also something I usually just like take out a date, and then I have some almond butter that I just put in there, and then I have that as a snack. Or sometimes I make, it could be peanut butter cookies that I make, and that I just have at home for easy access whenever I want to have a snack. So
Fancy you mentioned peanut butter cookie, because I actually thought about making it this afternoon.
I love that.
So I'm guessing
and
you
I
also
love that.
have
That's like one of my favorite things to make. It's so good. It's so good, and it's so good to have at home.
Tell me more. So what's your secret recipe on the peanut butter cookie?
And this is also funny. Like next week, I'm going to put up a video on healthy snacks, and this will be included for sure. It is in the video. Just because it's really easy to make. It's basically just oat flour, peanut butter. I have some raw cacao powder in there as well, and a bit of maple syrup. And then I just mix it together and make some cookies out of it and put it in the fridge. So they're also raw. So I don't put it in the oven or anything. So they just stick like that.
Oat flour, peanut butter.
Yeah.
Maple
syrup.
syrup.
Yeah, maple syrup. And then I also put some raw cacao powder in there. So because I love that mix with chocolate and peanut butter.
And you just put it in the fridge or the freezer?
In the fridge.
In the fridge? And it hardens up like that?
They're a bit like soft and gooey, but they still stick together like a cookie.
We don't even need to bake it.
No. It's a no bake one.
Wow.
I know. It's amazing. It's definitely a favorite in my family as well. Whenever I make it, and it's so easy. So
I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna put it in the freezer and see, because I also have this favorite recipe, which is the hazelnut chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, that's also good.
And it's all made from whole food as well. It's like similar. It's like rolled oats, and I put a bit of protein powder because I just wanted to make a protein cookie.
Yeah.
And then I put Majil dates as the sweetener.
Yeah.
I put cacao powder, and I put some dark vegan chocolate chips in there.
Nice.
And I used I think coconut milk. And then but I bake it, and then and raw hazelnuts too, to give it that Nutella flavor, hazelnut flavor, and it's beautiful. Good. But when you bake it, like, it's really nice when it's warm. It's like crunchy on the outside and a bit soft on the inside type of.
Oh, that's really nice. I love that.
But last week, so I made so much, I popped some in the freezer, and then I was thinking of I'll microwave it, but then also I'm curious as to what the texture is like from the freezer. So I had it. Yeah. It was super crunchy.
Oh, nice.
It was like those crunchy cookies in the grocery stores?
Right.
That are full of junk and butter and sugar?
Yes.
This was the same crunchiness, but without the butter and the sugar.
Oh, interesting.
In the freezer. Yeah. So I finished all 4 before it arrived at the microwave. in the freezing state. So it was edible in the freezing state, because I thought it would have no taste. But the burst of the hazelnut and, just all the raw material in there, just the flavor burst was still there.
That's amazing. So maybe I'll try that next time with my peanut butter cookies. Put it in the freezer and see,
and it'll turn crunchy. Yeah.
That's really good.
And
definitely try that.
Yeah, because I was craving for that texture, that crunchy texture without the butter. And I was like, oh my God, I cracked the code.
Interesting. Now I have something new to try.
Yeah, try it and see if it works.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you also have a sweet tooth, do you? Or
I do.
Yeah,
I definitely do.
And what do you do to address it? Because I have a super big one as well.
So, and I don't get these like, I mean, years ago when I was not eating well, I would get the most crazy sugar cravings. You know, these sugar cravings where you're just at home and you're just like, I need to get to a 7-Eleven, otherwise I don't know what to do. Like when you just need to get like your hands on a Twix bar or a Snickers, whatever it is. I mean, I don't get these intense sugar cravings now, but I do really enjoy sweet things. So, you know, with dates, or if it's, you know, I love making like, if I have time, you know, a healthy vegan cake, for example, just with, you know, more healthy sugar, like natural sugar in it. Or I have some dark chocolate. That's also something I love. So like very dark, like at least 85%. And that usually kind of does the trick in that case.
Wow. Yeah. I also, because of my huge sugar craving, I've now started to create whatever I have a craving for. I'll create the healthy whole food plant-based version of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's like, so in my latest Age of the Plant episode, I crack the pudding craving with no egg, no like milk.
Nice. That's amazing.
So I discovered this new plant called kuzu.
Okay.
It's actually a Chinese medicine that was used for thousands of years as a Chinese medicine to cure hangover and to help with digestive systems. It's actually related to your gut health.
Right. Interesting.
And then and then so it's used in like Chinese medicine, and the Japanese people have been using it too as a home remedy to alkalize your body, because it's a very alkaline, it's a root of a tree, and they turn it into like this white powder. It looks like corn starch or potato starch, but it's from the plant kuzu. And rather than corn starch or potato starch, which is highly chemically processed and it's very acidic in nature, this is very alkaline in nature. So it has the same effects as cornstarch, where it can be used as a thickening agent in food. So you can use it as gravies and stuff in savory products in foods, or you can use it in the sweets to make puddings or custards.
Oh, nice! Or
even mochi, you know, jelly. Think jellies, depending on what you put in it, and it's so simple. So what I tried out last week for my video shooting is I made chocolate pudding and matcha pudding.
Nice.
Super simple, just using the kuzu powder with either cacao powder or matcha powder and plant-based milk of your choice. And then agave or maple syrup or like raw honey. And you just boil it, pour it in, let it cool. You can have it while it's warm. When it's warm, it's like custard. When it's cold, it's like really soft pudding, and you get that pudding texture without the heaviness. So you just immediately feel your stomach starting to digest when you have it.
Oh, nice.
So it's amazing. Because most puddings you feel this, because it's full of egg, right? It feels really heavy, but not this one. Yeah.
Amazing. I need to try this. This
you have to try.
Definitely sounds like something I would.
I think it's very linked to what you do as well. Yeah. So
totally.
I'll share the video with you. It's coming out actually tomorrow. So
nice. Then I will definitely check it out when it comes out then.
And it's so simple. Like I'm now you can explore it with adding fresh fruits in there as well. So you can just tweak it, because the powder has no flavor. So you can add fresh blueberry juice in it. You can add fresh strawberry juice in it, and it'll become a strawberry jelly or strawberry pudding. Amazing.
Super nice. Yeah. That sounds so good. I feel like I just want to get into my kitchen now and like do something, bake or cook. Because we're talking about food now.
I feel like we can explore something here with all the cooking and our sweet
I know. Totally.
Yeah. Okay. Well, time has flown by as we were talking about our gut and the food.
Yeah.
So would you like to tell me a bit about your Healthy, Happy Gut program that's coming up?
Yeah, for sure. So it's a program I've been having for some time now, but I'm launching it again. So opening up the doors again in a few weeks. It's a step-by-step plan to help people, go from where they are today and just taking them through the process of healing their gut. So they have the step-by-step plan, and to make it also customized, because everyone's gut is unique, and you need different kind of things depending on where you are in your journey, what symptoms you have then, and so on. So then it's also weekly coaching calls with me, and you also have access to an online community where you have daily support, if anything, and you have lifetime access to this as well. And that's really a way for me. I don't want to feel like people have to rush through the program, or that, after 6 weeks it's over, you can't come back if you need help. So that's why I have the lifetime access as well for it. So so I'm gonna open it up in a few weeks again.
Wow, that's exciting. And at this time of recording, it may already be opened up once this podcast is launched, right?
Right.
Yeah. And do you have any special offerings for the podcast listeners if they're interested in this program?
Yeah, for sure. So, it is an application-only program. So you need to apply for the program. And that's just to make sure that it's actually the right program for that person. But I know that you have like a promo code. That
Health Formers.
Yes, exactly. So using that one, and then you can get 15% off the program when you apply. So you can just mention that promo code when you apply, and then what I do is that we set up a 30-minute chat just for me to get to know the person and their health issues, and see where they want to go, and if I can help bridge that gap for them.
Well, thank you so much for offering it to our listeners.
Of course.
Yeah, make sure you grab your chance, because this is a very special offer that Anna's offering you guys today. If you enjoyed our show today, if you feel like you've learned more about gut, and if you know there's any family or friends or colleagues who would benefit to learn more about gut health and what gut health has to do with food and mental health, please share this podcast with them and help them on this journey. So let us know if you like it or not, and give us a thumbs up as well. That's it for today, Anna. And for you, we have a special sign-off slogan, and that is for you to say, live healthy, live happy, and ha, 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 ha. Laugh it in your own style.
Live healthy, live happy, ha, ha, ha.
Live healthy, live happy, woohoo! Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get this baby set up. Here comes the microphone, and here comes my headphone. Gang, hello. Let's test it if the microphone is working good. Let's get this baby going. Welcome to Health Mamas Age of the Plan podcast. Do you know who we have here today? We have here today Anna Svedberg. Anna Svedberg. Whoop. I have to ask how to pronounce her last name. 有可能是 Anna Svedberg. Is a holistic health and nutritionist coach who helps people to heal their gut and to be free of digestive issues, find joy in food, and raise the vibration and energy level. Oh my God, 受不了了. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Lucy.
How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and it's
Good.
such a pleasure to finally meet you.
I know, same here. I'm so happy that we got to connect over Facebook.
I know. Well, what a coincidence, hey?
Yeah. I feel like that's just how it works nowadays.
I know, but like I saw what you were doing. I was like, wow, like I'm really interested in what you're doing. I think what you're doing is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. What made you want to focus on gut in particular?
So I think it's a combination of just being very fascinated about the gut health, and especially how it's so interlinked with everything. Yeah. I think gut health is where you need to start for your health, both physically but also your mental health. And the whole gut-brain connection, and was just focusing a lot on gut health. And that's also how I healed from my gut issues with yoga and the plant-based diet. So I think going through that experience myself and just knowing like it works, I think that's why I got the passion around that.
Wow. Well, and it's beautiful. Wow. I can't wait to get started now because I so want to ask more. Let's get started. Yeah. Because I wanted to deep dive more into that, but I know I want that to be on the recording.
Yes.
That's it. We're done.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was an awesome conversation. Thank you.
I know. And I really liked it. Like, I did learn about the gut thing.
Good.
Some I knew, but some I was deliberately asking because those were the questions I would have asked before me. And yeah, like that link was, wow, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, it really does. I think when people like also start to think about it, I think a lot of people that if you go into plant-based, when you do feel better, like, I mean, in your situation, for example, healing that way, that's, I think also when you realize that it is such a big connection between the two as well.
High five! High five! Wow.
So amazing to connect.
Yeah.
It really is.
Thank you so much, Anna.
Thank you. We'll speak soon again.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.